Up next, we've got a rematch from last year's Super Wild Card round, where the Bills held on for their first playoff win since 1995. Can the Colts circle the wagons this time? Find out next on EA Sports.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They're led out by their third-year quarterback from Missouri, Drew Lock.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Lock now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake, and here's Lock. And he's going to go down. They get to him back in the 40. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lock. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing now is Lock. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On play action, Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now a play fake. Lance. Flush to his right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Here's Locke. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Offside. Defense.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw it is Locke. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Clock now to throw. Oh, Ridley has it. What a catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Buffalo set to get the football back here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff, it's Eckler. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Down to the 25.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They look to throw. It's Locke.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And Lance going to throw.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Anthony McFarland was the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Lance looks to throw again. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flushed out right.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Again, it's Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis.
And it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Gabriel Davis,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills get a late score. Final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Fights through, and now a crease. There he goes left side. He's at the 30, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Off of play action, here's Lance. Being nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Lance now on first down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Wow, 185 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once more, here's Eckler, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for first. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From midfield, here's Locke.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
Now room for Eckler.
And finally taken down at the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now Locke. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Austin Eckler
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. So look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Let's go.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Gets past one man. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. Able to power through. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Folks, 249 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now a toss play to Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll try and run some clock here on the ground. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Moss.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw.
He's got Granson, his tight end.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Connecting with Johnson.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got Rager. A great play to start the drive all the way out across the 35-yard line.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week.